bug. I want to change it to tug. Tug. Where do you got to go, Mia? Right here? Say, Joaquin, please go sit down. Did you hear? She said that in English. Everybody say, muy bien. Muy bien. She said it in English. I love it. All right. What's this sound? What's this sound? And what's this sound? What's my word? Well, what's my word? Say this sound again. What's this sound? What's this one? And what's this one? So if we put it all together, we have tug. Tug. Yes. I know, Devontae. Please come over here and join us. I need you to help us, and I don't want you to trip over my cord. All right, ready? Let's go from tug to tag. 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 Who do we need? There it is. Now, where do we go? Right here? Let's find out. You step over this way. All right, let's see. What do we got? Tag. Good. Does that say tag? Uh-oh. Okay, step up here. You come back here. Turn right here, 7. Let's have a look. So look right here, 7. We have what we need is tag. Where do you need to go? You need to go there? Let's find out. Move you this way. All right, stay right here, though. Stay right here. Ready? Tell me my sounds. What's this one? And what's this one? And what's this one? Ta. Ta. Does that sound like tag?
No.
I think 7's just a little confused, but that's okay because we're helping him, huh? You right here? Okay. 7, let's watch. We have good. Hold that letter up here. And what we need is tag. Oh, where do you need to go? I think so. Let's see. Put you right here. Everybody say, nice job, Jenna.
Nice job, Jenna.
Now let's see if 7 got it right. What's this sound? Everybody, what is it? And this one? And this one? What does that say? Tag. Does that say tag?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. Oh. All right.
Welcome, everybody. It is Success Night. I want to hear from you about what you and your kid or your kids have accomplished. We are also announcing the end of the discount coming at you very, very soon in a few hours, midnight Eastern Standard Time. We are going to close out the $100 discount for annual members, and we're also going to take away the 3 unexpected bonuses that we added a couple days ago. If you've been in our community via email, you would have gotten a notice about the 7 Candyland or Rainbow Land games, the 7 Snakes and Ladder games for different sounds that correspond with the Reading Simplified Streamlined Pathway, our scope and sequence, and also a 38-page picture word matching, also by sound. So those things are going away if you become, unless you become a member tonight. So you can choose annual or monthly to get these treats and the discounts. But mainly we're going to be, I can never figure out which way it is. We're going to be celebrating your successes and picking one lucky winner for 3 months free access to the Reading Simplified Academy. Okay? So all you have to do to participate is write a success story, success comment below, or you could have put it in either on the Reading Simplified Facebook page or in our Level Up Your Readers Achievement Facebook group. And if you haven't started it, but you know about this, you've been participating, you want to have something positive or, to say that something you've learned, all comments are counting, okay? So let's start to hear it. We're going to have some fun sharing some successes. Okay, this is one that we heard a lot. My students were super engaged. if you don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, I'm Dr. Marty Ginsburg from Reading Simplified, and we've been running a challenge here at Reading Simplified just as of last week, and we're wrapping it up with an invitation to go deeper beyond just the free complimentary challenge. And in that challenge, we tested just one activity we call Switch It. And so this user did that activity, and she found, or he found, that her or his students were engaged. So that was a common refrain. What did you guys experience? Motivation, engagement, eagerness, confidence. There was a lot of affective benefit, even though that wasn't the main driver. And Isabel saw the beginning video of Human Switch It. Thank you so much to Jennifer Glick for sharing that from her kindergarten classroom with mostly English language learners. She started doing Switch It day 3 or day 4 of kindergarten. Here's another success. If you're just joining us, go ahead and drop your success so that you can be entered to win. We're going to draw a name in about 20 minutes from among those who comment, and they're going to get 3 months free of the Reading Simplified Academy, which is the best way to learn the full Reading Simplified system, which will accelerate your students' reading achievement and at the same time save you time. So this participant said that her students were able to identify the beginning and last sounds in words and match those sounds to the letters. This is one of the most important goals of Switch It. This is huge, as she says, or he says. And so she's been using Build It or Switch It with him. Way to go. And I'm glad to see Kelly and Mim and Jennifer and Chrissy and Jessica and Stephanie. I recognize a lot of you for participating this week, and some of you, of course, are long-term members. Thank you, Mim, for being such a good advocate, cheerleader, and coach to read about Reading Simplified. Hey, Chrissy, we're glad to have you join along for the ride. You're not going to settle just for Switch It. You're going to get the whole system. It's 3 lesson plan components: rereading for fluency, word work, and guided oral reading. And that word work includes Switch It, but includes some other things, because that's not enough to learn the whole code and how to read everything. So let me hear from you about your successes. This is pretty big. Jennifer says Switch It has helped her second graders learn, many of her second graders learn how to spell and read words, all in the midst of a fun game, right? This teacher says the Switch It activity has been great with my intervention kids. I could see progress even within 1 column of words. That is awesome. Very common that it just happens so quickly. Jessica says it has become her favorite game, or the favorite game of her students. They are learning so much and having so much fun, and they feel so smart. Sweet, sweet. Don't worry if just because I'm seeing your this way. Greg is in the back end. He's our team member in the Philippines, and he can see your real names in the 2 different places they are, either the Reading Simplified page or the Level Up group. I'm only streaming to one place. That's why Facebook loses some of that info. Yes, Stephanie said that Human Switch It is awesome. So inspiring. So if you missed the beginning, catch a replay of this live, and you'll see a little snippet of one teacher, Jennifer Glick in Arizona, doing what we're calling Human Switch It, and it is a way to do this activity whole group. Particularly helpful at the beginning of the year when you don't have, you know, your kids organized for small group reading instruction. This is cool. My small group students asked to play every day and went from CVC to CVCC words, from 3 sounds to 4 sounds. So he is leveling up. This participant said the Switch It activity gave my students the self-confidence they need to create an identity as a reader. That is huge. My little student was able to identify short vowels in CVC words by the 5th day. Super cool. That's like our star student. My struggling reader is ready for nonsense words. So much progress. I love it. And I'm seeing some more comments coming in. Keep them coming. I also want to show some of the things that we had coming in the last few hours on this post when I announced the live. Let's see if I can make this bigger. Ooh, come on, cursor. Okay, here we go. Shelley says, my 10-year-old tutor kid helped me learn the process using the first list yesterday, and we both enjoy the process. That's awesome. So teacher and student learning together. Kim had some really great success. Check out what she says. My small group of second graders are enjoying the Switch It activity. Initially, the students were inconsistent with 2 out of 5 short vowel sounds. Since Switch It, it was included and part of our daily routine. The students have mastered the vowel sounds 5 out of 5 and graduated from CVCC 4 sounds to 5 sounds. CCVCC. That merits a little sound there. Way to go. Trying to keep the star student, give him a run for our money. Tricia says it's a fabulous resource. Thank you. Jennifer, Switch It has been a game changer. We see that a lot. Isn't that interesting language? Like you're going along and this is like a right turn. It's just a game changer. Solidifying sounds and introducing, using, and acquiring new ones much faster than I expected was possible. How many of you found that Switch It accelerated the letter sound knowledge faster than you thought possible? A lot of our reading curricula go about introducing them so tepidly. They're just so concerned that kids are going to be upset and frustrated. And maybe they are traditionally if they're not shown how sounds and symbols line up. But when you're presented with how sounds and symbols line up by drawing attention to phonemic awareness and phonics in a game like Switch It, then a lot of stuff happens really fast, right? I think that was one of the most common things we heard. Thank you so much. A parent is saying, my daughter is enjoying this so much. I'm so glad I found this. It's helping so much. Sweet, sweet. This is really good. How many of you have seen the skills that your kids are acquiring and Switch It transfer over to other things like spelling or writing? Had my student increased dramatically with not Switch It beginning and ending sounds? With both, I bet is what that was supposed to be. Has transitioned over to her writing. That is huge. That's going to make a big difference for that person. And Patsy's trying to draw attention to somebody else. I love you, Vien's little kid here. This was such an exciting experience for my learners as they experience success with every attempt. Success breeds success. Ain't that the truth? So thank you all let's see if there's any more. Maybe I missed somebody. Oh yeah, we got some more. Charity's going to start tomorrow, so it's never too late. And if you have seen success, share this activity with your colleagues so that they can see the success too. We're going to keep the Level Up Your Readers Achievement 2021 Facebook group open for a few more weeks. I'm going to be a little less active because I'm going to switch my energy over to nurturing our new members, but it will still be there, and you can have people go through the content. It's all there in the guides. And so no matter where you are in your journey, you can still catch up. Okay, someone only got to 2 words or wasn't getting much progress, but this is good advice. Keep persevering. 2 words is better than none. As they get used to the activity, we'll probably be able to do more words per session. But doing 2 words well and building the new pathways in their brain is still a useful activity. Good advice. Yeah, when we're drawing a student's attention to how those sounds and symbols line up, they are building neural pathways that are the good pathways that lead to a lifetime of reading. And this is the foundation that works for kids. Yes, we agree. You get to it. So Greg, why don't you put a link to join if people are wanting to join and snag this discount, $100 off the annual access and $10 off per month, plus the 3 bonuses. This is all going away tonight. So sorry, I hit my mic. So go ahead and put that in there, Greg, and let me find another page where we had a huge number of success stories. I was so honored to be able to work with you guys and get your feedback and hear your successes. So thank you so much if you've done any along this way. Just participate, and particularly if you shared your successes or your challenges. It's been really encouraging for our team, but also I know for other people all over the world who are testing this out. So it's not just my word. Sheila says Switch It has been a big hit with her 5th graders. That's awesome because some 5th graders are still struggling with how the code works. And so she needs to go back to get those foundations solid. Janelle, my students' ability to segment, blend, and manipulate sounds has increased along with their confidence. I keep joking that I need to find more challenging words. That's one of the little shticks I use with my struggling readers. I was like, oh, I can't find anything that's challenging to you. It works for a little while. I love it. T, I'm not sure how you want your name to be said. If it's Teacher. Oh, is it short for teacher? Thank you so much, Marnie. I teach 1st grade in Australia. Today I worked with a student from a trauma background and he began to use Build It skills to sound and blend words for the first time in school. He was so excited to begin to believe in himself that he was a student who was able to read and write. We were both smiling for sure. Well, there was actually happy tears from me. I also use Switch It on a daily basis with my students. That is glorious. Teacher. And Stephanie, it has been so lovely to add new tools to my toolbox for teaching reading skills. So many of our public and private schools have subscribed to the 3 cueing curriculum. As a reading specialist and private tutor, I am constantly undoing all of the guessing strategies. Tutors out there, we should unite. You recognize that, right? I've been doing that for years. My students have learned from these programs, and she's undoing the guessing strategies her students have learned from these programs. And on the flip side of the coin are phonics programs that are hyper-focused on teaching each sub-skill separately, which makes the learning experience painfully dry and slow. Marnie, I so appreciate your dedication to researching how we can teach reading to children and adults alike while also making it fun and fast-paced. She's really hit the nail on the head with what we're aiming for here at Reading Simplified. So thank you, Stephanie. These activities can do a lot of sub-skills simultaneously, and some of them are just fun. Once you have gotten your students' attention for 5 minutes on Switch It, you can turn the board over and read it and get them writing on a dry erase board. There's my psychedelic one with the green screen. And everybody loves a dry erase board and the dry erase markers. Karen says, I've been working on Build It with one of my kinders. Build It is an easier version of Switch It. No switching, just building 3 sounds. This kindergarten didn't know any sounds. We are now up to about 10 sounds after 1 week. Woo! He and I share great big smiles whenever he is able to build a new word. I have recommended these activities to my teachers during small group time. I love it. Keep the successes coming if you haven't put them in yet. I think we're going to draw in about 5 minutes. I'll go through a couple of successes and then I'll show you what's inside the Reading Simplified Academy in case you don't know about it. This is the next step. So Switch It, yes, has been super and powerful, but it's not a full reading system. And this is just a great proof of the power of what you can get when you put all the system together. So we're inviting you and encouraging you to jump in and go further. I'm Sabrina. I'm doing anything and everything to get all my 4th graders reading. So many are far below grade level, but I refuse to give up. I love that. And these are daunting times for teachers. So I'm encouraging y'all to keep the faith. It can happen even though gaps are very big. We can make big gains because the mainstream approach is so inefficient that when you do things like Switch It and the rest of our system, you see an acceleration that you might not thought possible. Because remember, what did we see with our star student? He started the week not knowing any short vowels. He ended the week knowing, or at least being able to use all 5 short vowels. He started the week not being able to segment and let alone manipulate 3 sound words. And he ended the week segmenting and manipulating a 5 sound word, even making 2 switches on 1 word. That's the acceleration that's possible, particularly when you put the whole thing together. Christy says, I've been excited to share Switch It with my colleagues. It is important for teaching assistants to also be trained. Yes, they can do this as well. We have a lot of parents and grandparents that don't have a lot of background in reading, and they're picking this up. Terry Marie, I've been working with my kindergartners that are struggling with letter sounds and reading, and I've seen an improvement in a few of them. Great, and I hope she keeps pursuing this so that she sees the improvement in all of them. Let's see, Deanna says, I can't say that anything I've tried has worked as well as this for my twins. I knew nothing about teaching reading. Hey, thank you for proving my point that I just was making. I knew nothing about teaching children how to read when I began. There is so much more to it than just memorizing words. So true. I was taught strictly by sight and didn't want that for my children. Having to learn how to teach them has been an overwhelming endeavor. How many of you can relate to that? Give me a sign. With that said, I'm so grateful for this program and the knowledge I have gained. It's given me confidence and a deeper understanding on how to serve them. Its simplicity and effectiveness is profound. It has also helped tremendously in moving my children forward in their journey. So everybody who enters some kind of comment, even if you haven't really been able to show your success, we're going to let you be entered into the contest. Wow. A third grader who's at the pre-K level. This is a student who's basically not learned much of anything about reading for 4 years. And now this student is making progress. Way to go, Angie. This Louise has got 5th grade English language learners, and they're still getting the vowel sounds confused with their first language, but improving every day. That's fine. Keep chugging along, and it's good that you're seeing the improvement because that means you know what you're doing. And you're going to get them to where they need to be. Lori thought it was wonderful. Yay. And Lori Lynn already jumped into the academy, so way to go. We're excited to see you. She says it's a wonderful gift to bless this to someone for free, so I hope it will be. This is a really interesting success story, short and sweet. Best thing we've used. Oh, brand new reading intervention teacher. Challenging to be a brand new at this. So you said you tried Switch It with your groups and the students loved it. I'm loving that. And here's another person who's leveling up, not just going to be satisfied with Switch It, but also with Sort It. I showed that on Friday. It's another key activity in the Reading Simplified system. And that would be found, a little snippet about that on the Friday video is in the Facebook group under guides, but it's also on the recap page. Greg, if you have that recap page handy, that's going to go away tonight. So watch that if you have. This teacher started with the pre-K list for her kindergartner. Do I use the entire pre-K list first before going into the level 1A? No, not necessarily at all. Most of us don't use all the words or all the lists. We are just aiming to get a little growth in phonics knowledge and a little growth in phonemic development. So if the child already knows short A some of the time, then make sure you're doing more with short I. And if they know short I, then make sure you do more, find a list with short O. So go to the upper limit of what they don't know and add that. And then if they can do 3 sound words, not even perfectly, but if they can do it about 70% of the time with your help, then move them up to 4 sound words. So make those 2 things your diagnostic criteria. What letter sounds can I add? And what phonemic difficulty level can I increase to? Don't go by how many words are on the list and what list is next. You're generally going chronologically through the list, but not... you're not going to do all of the lists unless you have a particularly challenging learner. And here's that recap page if you want to catch what sort it is. That's how to handle advanced phonics. Here is a fun thing. How many of you felt like you could see your kids' brains working? This teacher says, I've loved watching my students have aha moments of connecting during Switch It. These ahas are priceless because it will transfer into real reading. They are getting how the code works. Way to go. And thank you for saying it's encouraging. And this teacher's using Build It, and they're loving it. It's probably time to level up into Switch It. If they can do 5 sounds, then try Switch It. That'll be fun. Congratulations on them enjoying it, though that's also a really smart place to start. I am amazed at the progress my grandson in kindergarten has had. All right, you guys, keep sharing the successes. We're going to draw in any minute now, but let me show you what I'm talking about tonight about our discounts. How many of you here, give us a thumbs up if you already have heard a little bit about the Reading Simplified Academy, or if you have already joined. We are open tonight at a discount. This is it. If you jump in tonight with a link Greg can put in, he can put in a link to join the Academy. You just enter your email, name, and credit card or PayPal, and you'll, within 5 or 10 minutes, you'll be able to have access to this. And inside of the Academy, you will mostly want to start down here at the main course. That is the 8 to 10 hour video content that you go through at your own pace to learn our full system. This is the main course. Notice you see there's an introduction, and then there's Switch It. You guys will be pros at that. Then there's Read It. Then there's guided reading, rereading for fluency, Sort It, and Write It. At that point, you've learned all of the components and activities you need to implement a Reading Simplified lesson. There aren't that many. That's part of the simplifying. The next unit, Differentiate It, will teach you how to do this in a small group and how to plan lessons. Extend It will teach you how to extend the learning outside of the time with you, the teacher. So for most of us in the classroom, that'll mean literacy centers. For parents, grandparents, tutors, it might mean work that kids do on their own, independent, apart from the parent or the tutor. And then we show you case studies of 4 different reading levels of kids going through a full lesson. So that is the main course. You can do it at your own pace. It takes about 8 to 10 hours of time. Here's an example from this introduction right here. It would look like this. There is a lesson, and then there's a little short quiz. Then there's another lesson and a short quiz, and some text and a short quiz and another lesson. Actually the intro and the Switch It unit are the longest. Then it gets a little faster and you move more quickly. Once you get into that intro, you'll see this is this important orientation video. This is a really big deal for how to learn the system. Because it's independent, that means you can go at your own pace, but that also means that you don't have the same camaraderie and accountability right with somebody right beside you. So we want to make sure that you have a smart professional learning experience, and we know from research that this is one of the best systems that teachers should use to learn to, and probably most adults, learn something new, prep your materials in this case, and try it with a student. So put it into practice. So you guys, you'll implement Switch It first, and then you put it into practice, and then you reflect on it in the teacher's lounge. You go and you think about what you've learned, and then you go back through that cycle, and then you would learn about the activity. Read it, watch videos of it like you've seen the videos of Switch It. Prep your materials, that's not much, and then go try it with a student and reflect on it in our teacher's lounge. And what is our teacher's lounge? That's a discussion board where we have Reading Simplified experts there to help you, our teaching assistants and me as well. So if you got to Switch It, you would click on this, and then you would start a new discussion. You can see all the stuff that's been going on just in the last 4 hours, all these teachers asking questions, introducing themselves, and our teaching assistants welcoming them and answering them. So this is not drive-by PD, it's ongoing support. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 more things and then we'll draw. Okay, Greg, are you going to be ready? Another key thing that we have for members of inside the Reading Simplified Academy is Switch It Online. And so if you don't want to have letter sounds going all over the place, you can use this with your smart board or in some other ways. And it can be fun and convenient. We even have the digraphs on one tile. And if you want to add some digraph, what's a digraph I don't have on here? Maybe you're going to make some multi-syllable words and you can write your own. Same with these over here for vowels. We don't do long vowels that much with Switch It, but maybe you had some kind of word building activity you want to do. There it is. And kids can move this down, or you can move it for them and they can tell you what to do. And when they're done and they've done a list, you want to, or they're done with the Switch It time, they've done a good job, you can congratulate them by clicking on this award. And there's a few different things that pop up just for fun. And if you want to reset the board, just refresh the page and it's all clean. So that's Switch It Online. Another thing we offer members is the Reading Simplified Academy on the go. So all of our video lessons, and there's the 8 to 10 hours from the main course. And there's over 30 one-hour advanced workshops for diving deeper when you really want to get more expertise. All of those can be listened to on the go. This is only available to members. It's private, and you have to go here to this page on your phone to find the special link. And finally, we have some pretty darn cool groups, self-generated groups from our community, like over 300 people in Australia are members, and they're sharing resources and how to adjust our more US-centric materials. And we've got a French group with our fabulous teaching assistant, Catherine, who has created French word lists and a streamlined pathway for French. So there's a lot of ways you can adapt to your particular context by connecting with others in any of those communities, plus, of course, our Teachers Lounge. Okay, Greg, I am going to find some testimonials and we'll take your winner whenever. We're picking a winner from all the comments. If you've commented, particularly if you had a success, that's great, but you don't have to. Yes, there is a Canadian group. Good question. Anyone who's commented on this post or the post in either place, the Facebook page or the Level Up group, Greg's putting them in, and he's gonna pick a name, and they're gonna win 3 months free access to the Reading Simplified Academy, which I just showed you. So it is amazing. My strivers are really showing growth using this activity. Thanks. I'm so glad to hear it. Here is a person who just joined today. Woohoo! And looking forward to learning more. We're glad you're here, Christine, in Virginia. Where are you guys all coming to us from? All over, I bet. I love the Switch It and Sorted activities. My students love it. I had stopped doing it for a couple of years and now I am back to using it again as part of my programming. Very smart. And Switch It is awesome. I'm using it with a group of students. Fabulous. And there's a listener from Canada, a viewer. This teacher said, just today, one of my struggling kindergarten boys looked at a CVC word I had written for another student and not only correctly said each sound, but then blended the sounds and read the word beautifully. Last week, he didn't even know the sound. So that is way cool. Switch is not even teaching blending, but it is teaching how the code works. And so with his nascent blending ability, he was able to see the code and pay attention to every sound. And now he's rocking and rolling. But if you have a kid who has a blending problem, we got an app for that. Not literally an app, but a game. You're welcome. Thank you for saying this. It's such a privilege because I know these ideas work, and so I appreciate you guys giving it a chance. The Canadians are really coming in big force. I'm so glad you're loving Switch It. And Karen's in Colorado. That's where I am right now. As of June, I used to be in Wisconsin. Switch It is so easy to implement and gives the best bang for my buck when I don't have a ton of time. That's awesome. So true. You can get the concept of the alphabetic principle, phonemic segmentation, phonemic manipulation, letter sound knowledge, including those tricky short vowels or consonant digraphs. You can teach early decoding, early spelling, left to right tracking, all of that in one activity. Hey, let's go Wisconsin. And Jennifer's coming to us from York, Pennsylvania. And Greg is working furiously trying to find our winner. We'll take it whenever you have it. It's tricky because he's bouncing it back and forth between a couple different pages on Facebook. What did I miss, you guys? And I'm sorry if I missed your comment. Danielle, I don't think I saw this. I love Switch It. One student in particular is feeling more confident. Our only issue now is moving them to blending with Read It. Awesome. I'm glad you know what's next. This student still separates the sounds, right? We want our students to not say the sounds in a segmented fashion, but we want them to put the sounds together as they go. So she's using the activity Read It. And with Read It, we just write a simple word. If your kids can't blend, then you probably need to teach them a 3-sound word. And a continuant consonant at the beginning, like s, is a way to start. And so she's trying to get the child to put these 2 sounds together. And the one way to do that is cover the end and say, well, let's put those first 2 sounds together. And don't let the child say s, ah, but encourage them to move towards sa. What's that? Sat. What's the word? Sat. That's called blend as you read, or continuous blending. And so that's the first thing. It's the child reads it. Yay, you read it. Sat. Like I sat in my chair. Or maybe you want to get the student to use it in a sentence. And then it's the student's turn to write, maybe with a different color, or maybe on a different board. They say the sounds as they write it. S, ah, t. And the last step of Read It is fun, but also reinforcing of letter sound knowledge and phonemic segmentation once more. S, ah, t. So they blend, they write and say, and then they erase and say. That's all there is to it with Read It. And we do the same things that we do with Switch It. When we're thinking about how to progress our students with with Read It, we're asking ourselves, what's the next most challenging letter sound they could do with Read It? And what is the next most challenging phonemic level they could go to? Okay, Greg's got, oh, his computer froze, so he's got the winner. Okay, I'm supposed to announce the maze winner too, because we have 2 winners. Yeah, go ahead, Greg, and announce. Hopefully his computer's not freezing. But while he's going to do that, I'm going to announce the winner of the maze, which I forgot, so I apologize about that. But let me show you where this was. We called it a maze. Once you entered the Level Up Your Reader's Achievement community, let me show you. Oh, there, we got the winner. We'll do the winner of the other one soon. So tonight's winner is Mary Harrison. Yay! So Mary is going to get 3 months free access to the Academy. Mary Harrison, please check your Facebook Messenger so that you can hear from Greg about what to do. If you're already a member, we'll figure out if you're on a monthly plan, we'll just give you an extra 3 months, or if you're on the annual plan, we'll extend it. We'll figure maybe a little discount. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. But congratulations to Mary, and thank you all for participating. Yes, way to go. Congratulations. Congrats. Okay, so we have another winner though. You still have a chance. This may be our last chance for winners. I'm going to try to get this to the right size. Okay. So recall that when you first entered our Level Up Your Reader's Achievement Facebook group, I had some videos and I said, follow these videos through three videos that I created to introduce you to this whole challenge, and if you comment on all 3, then you'd be entered to win. So we had a huge number of people that won, and so Mary was the winner a minute ago. I don't know if she's here. She'll find out though. And then Greg also figured out who was going to be the winner from all of these welcome. Well, where is it? Anyway, oh, this one's it. Here we go. This. Remember when you saw the welcome? The lucky winner will snag a complete Switch It word list. Okay, so let's end up tonight with that. All right, so from all the people that did all 3 steps in the Welcome Maze in the Level Up Your Reader's Achievement Challenge, one person's going to win a complete Switch It list that's only available to members of inside the Reading Simplified Academy. Okay, so here is the maze winner. Okay, congrats to Joanne Johnson. Can somebody type that in the chat? Joanne Johnson won the Switch It word list, and Greg's going to reach out to her too. She may not be here tonight because so we're a smaller group tonight. I'm going to end with a few parting thoughts. Number 1, if you have any doubt about whether you should join, think about just jumping in at the monthly level. And if it's not for you, email us within 2 days of the next billing cycle, and then you can cancel. So there's no long-term commitment. But the discount ends tonight, and also the 3 unexpected bonuses: the Candyland, the Chutes and Ladders, Snakes and Ladders version, and the picture word matching. And if you are not going to jump in, please keep doing Switch It and share your successes here in this group. Like I said, I'm not going to be as active since tonight will really wrap up the whole challenge, but there might be others in the community that will want to hear what you have to say and may be able to give you encouragement, and I'll be in there a little bit. And Greg, if you can put, yeah, thank you for doing that. That's sweet. Greg, if you can also put the link to join one more time, that would be great. Let us know if you've already joined. I heard a few people already said they did. And if you think that this has been helpful to you and you'd like to give back, you might consider giving a review to us on our Reading Simplified Facebook page. This summer, we were kind of attacked by spammers. We just got them to go away 1 or 2 days ago. Thank you to the participant who pointed that out to me. They wanted to review us for voodoo doctors and actually send people to other places. I kid you not. So having people who really know a little bit about Reading Simplified review it would be lovely if that's something you have more time for. Just a quick, short and sweet is usually the best. Little review on Facebook so people know how powerful this is. That's not just a thank you to us, but it will also maybe impact some teacher or parent or grandparent or administrator. So thank you guys so much. I look forward to seeing you soon somewhere in the interwebs or maybe inside the Reading Simplified Academy. Thank you for saying that. Here's to making